The University Assessment Policy states, where practical and possible, all summative assessments are submitted via the Learning Management System and are passed through the University's approved text matching software. Turnitin is known primarily for its originality checking capabilities, as well as a suite of online marking and feedback tools. It's recommended that the originality reports are used as a formative or educative tool at the point of submission to help students with their scholarly writing, not a punitive measure. In line with this, giving students access to originality reports immediately after submission, with the ability to resubmit multiple times until the due date, ensures that they can identify and correct shortfalls in their referencing. There are two alternative options for the generation of originality reports. Immediately first report is final and on due date. By selecting either of these settings, you effectively prevent students from modifying and resubmitting their submission in light of the feedback contained in the originality report. When setting up a Turnitin assignment, you have the ability to determine how sensitive the text matching originality report will be. The exclusion of bibliographic materials means that bibliographic and reference sections will not be checked for matches. Excluding quoted materials means text appearing in quotes will not be checked for matches. And excluding small matches means that the text that is not of sufficient length, as determined by the instructor, will not be checked for matches. If you're unsure of what to select in this section, we generally recommend that you stick with the default setting of No for all three fields to optimize the effectiveness of the originality report. You can prevent students from being able to see the originality report, but this would also prevent them from accessing the valuable formative feedback that the report can generate. By checking the revealed grades to students only on post date, ensures that the grade centre column is hidden from students until the post date. If No is selected, marks will be revealed to students in My Grades immediately after marks have been entered. You have the option of whether or not student submissions are stored in the Turnitin student paper repository. You may choose to exclude student submissions from this repository in the case of a draft assignment, where you invite students to check their referencing via Turnitin before uploading their final submission for assessment. In the case of text-based summative assessment, a known form of academic misconduct is when students plagiarise the work of other students. To help identify this form of misconduct, you would stick to the standard paper repository default setting, which means that all student submissions are added to the Turnitin database. The Search Options section allows you to select which Turnitin repositories will be checked when originality reports are generated. By default, all repositories are selected.